This is Christopher Moldong of Chris's Storytelling Corner. Today, I'm going to do a manga review for Skip Beat Volumes 31 and 32. Next time, I'll have a manga review for Skip Beat Volumes 33 and 34, an anime review for the Hunter exam arc of Hunter by Hunter, and a journal for my time at the Los Angeles Comic Con. Check out my Twitter page and author's Facebook page. Links to all of these will be provided on the description. I'd really like to hear from you guys as well, so leave any comments and make sure to subscribe and share this channel as well. So, the way that this is going to work is that I'm going to give a recap of Volume 31 of Skip Beat and then give my thoughts on the volume, and then I'm going to do the same for Volume 32. So, let's get right to Volume 31 of Skip Beat. So, it starts in Chapter 183. Um, Kyoko and President Lori speak to each other on the phone. Kyoko feels like there's something wrong with Ren. President Lori tells her that he's probably fighting against himself, and he tells her that Ren hates that guy. And Kyoko's job is to support him and stop that guy from destroying Ren. President Lori wants Ren to get close to Kyoko, though, as like it seems like an ulterior motive type thing. A co-actress named Manaka tells Murasame that she's scared of Kane Heel. Kane Heel then is seen putting Murasame in a rear naked choke while he hangs over scaffolding. In chapter 184, we see someone from Ren's past saying that he's not even human. It's one of those like flashback things that we see all the time. Kane still has Murasame in the rear naked choke. They get a stunt mat at the bottom, and Murasame makes it where Kane Heel falls with him. They both land safely, with Kane Heel landing acrobatically not on the mat. Murasame admits to the director that he stepped on Kane Heel's landmine. It's revealed that Setsu told Kane Heel don't kill him. Kane Heel reveals that her voice saved him again. In chapter 185, Sho watches Kyoko during her interview with Ren Suruga back at the Dark Moon rap party on his phone. He gets very angry and calls Kyoko and then calls her a soul slurping monster. The director comes into the hotel room as Ren takes a bath. Ren recalls that what Murasame told him before the incident, and Murasame pretty much called him a cold-blooded, thirsty killer without a human heart. He Ren notices that Kuon snaps so easily, so I guess he kind of activated Kuon. And he tells himself that his love for acting is the only thing that he can be proud of. In chapter 186, a crew member asks Kane Heel to have drinks with everyone as a sort of welcome party, but Kane Heel ignores him. Murasame gets angry at Kane Heel that he ignored the crew member and confronts him. The director tells Setsu what started the incident between Kane Heel and Murasame. Setsu then goes into the bathroom to check on Kane Heel. Setsu tells him that the director is here and wants to talk to him about the incident. They talk, and Kyoko tells the director that she won't be there on some days because she's playing Natsu in Box R. Kyoko wonders what set off Kane Heel's landmine and guesses that it's not the mixed blood thing, so it must be Kane Heel being called a cold-blooded, thirsty killer without a human heart. In chapter 187, it's revealed that deep inside Ren's heart is a deep black darkness. Kyoko goes to school, and President Lori meets with Ren and Yashiro. Lori mentions that it's about time that he assigned Kyoko a manager. President Lori mentions marjoram tea to Ren, and for them to have some. And Ren says that he'll drop by, but it's revealed that he's never heard of such a tea. At the school entrance, Kyoko runs into Mimori, who is, for some weird reason, really angry at Kyoko. The final exam is coming up. Kyoko thinks of Mr. Suruga, and she seemingly comes up with a way to reach him. Chapter 188, Kyoko remembers Bo talking to Ren. As Kyoko eats lunch, Mimori secretly watches her angrily. On a set, Yashiro notices that Ren is smiling more meaninglessly than usual. Ren and Yashiro talk with Kojima. Kojima mentions emailing Kyoko. Kojima tells them that they exchange emails, and Kyoko gets an email of a taiyaki from Kojima. Kyoko replies, and Ren and Yashiro take a look. The email has the word love in big letters, and Ren stops smiling completely. At the end of the volume, Sho tells Shoko that he's going to school. So, some thoughts on the volume. Kane Heel slash Ren slash probably Kwon, you know? Um, okay, here's the thing with Ren. And I don't know, maybe he's just an actor or something, but if Ren wants to get together with Kyoko, he's got to settle this thing. As of right now, it looks like Ren has multiple personality disorder or something. Like seriously, he's Ren Suruga, he's Kuwon, he acts as Kane Heel, he was Katsuki. I get it, some of them are the roles, but then Kwon is not the role. And apparently Kwon is this vicious, murderous, psychotic killer guy. Does Kyoko want to get together with that guy? I mean, like, when you think about it, it's like, hey, oh, so you killed a person. Oh, hey, well, it's cool. Don't worry about it. Oh, you get set off and real angry and violent real easily. It's cool. Like that's the thing with Ren. He's got to really sort these problems out. He had a fight with Murasame, and as Kane Heel, and it's just like, dude, the guy gets set off in the worst possible ways, makes the environment threatening. He puts the life of co-stars in danger over being called something. So it's a weird thing with Kane Heel because it really is like this thing where it's like, okay, you're this tough dude, intimidating, whatnot. And yeah, I guess certain things are always going to set people off, but man, it's just like he can't let it go. Kane Heel, he can't, certain things just set off Kane Heel. You call him a psychotic, murdering, bloodthirsty murderer or whatever, and it's just like, dude, I'm gonna kill you. It's like, well, dude, you know, um, uh, get some thick skin, bro. That's kind of what I'd want to tell him. I understand it's a bit personal, I suppose, but he can't go rear naked choke, getting Murasame in rear naked chokes and threatening to throw him over the scaffold or hang him off the scaffold, and make him free fall. You just can't do that. And Kane Heel, I get it. It's his personality, but like, and it's anime and it's manga, but like, he's a loose cannon, in the worst possible way. He's not really friendly. Um, it's just one thing, but he's a violent dude, and it seems like Setsu's the only person that can calm him down. What that means for Kane Heel, what happens when Setsu's not there? You know, he gets set off again. Does he just kill the dude? Like, what happens? We already saw if someone attacks Setsu that Kane Heel is about to kill, could kill a guy. So that's the thing. Ren just has this darkness about him. Um, Needs get settled. I really think. I gotta wonder if the story is kind of going more in the direction of Ren and away from Kyoko as Kyoko is starting to figure things out. It's obvious that Kyoko likes Ren. Um, she's getting to be a better actress. Um, so it seems like she's getting her feet. Like, think we get an impression that she likes, that she likes him. but he's got this like darkness about him that like it's not good, especially if they want to get in a relationship. President Lori seems to know about this darkness. He seems to be something of a father figure. So we'll see, and he seems to be scheming and making plans as things move along. We saw Mimori again. This is really interesting. She's angry at Kyoko. Kyoko has not been in school for a while. Um, you have to think that this is going to lead to something. And Sho is not exactly happy too. I guess he's going to school. I don't know if he goes to the same school as Kyoko. I actually didn't know that he's going to school. So that should be interesting as well. So before we get into the next volume, I'd like to plug my author's website at www.chrismaldon.com, and you can read a new blog post on there every week. Also, do you like anime? Do you like action, adventure, fantasy? Then buy my book, The Monster Prince in the Convent Kingdom, for just $4.99 via ebook on Amazon.com or on my author's website. Links to buy it will be provided on the page description. So, volume 32. In chapter 189, the volume begins with Kyoko in school thinking of Ren. It's revealed that Sho isn't going to class, but is going to school to meet someone. Who is that someone? So, Sho waits for somebody, presumably Kyoko, at the front gate. Kyoko sees him and heads for the back gate, but she jumps over the gate, but she gets her leg handcuffed to the back gate by Mimori. Mimori then calls Sho to tell him Kyoko's there. Sho apparently promised Mimori a dirty kiss for doing that, but he said he'll give it to her in private. He then somewhat forces Kyoko into a car and starts to insult Kyoko. Sho then tells her that he has a live shot TBM where Kyoko is also heading. In chapter 190, Kyoko has a monologue about trying to contain someone in a box. Yashiro informs Ren that he has a meeting with director Endo. Kojima asks Yashiro and Ren when Kyoko's birthday is, and Ren tells him it's December 25th. Ren mentions that he doesn't prefer emails from Kyoko because he wants to hear her voice. Kojima concludes that Ren likes Kyoko. In the car, Ren tells Yashiro that they'll see the director in exactly 40 minutes. And they look to be headed to TBM. Through the window of the car, Kyoko and Sho's eyes meet Ren's at the parking garage of TBM. In chapter 191, Yashiro saw that Kyoko and Sho are in the same car, and Ren tells them that they need to go to make it to the meeting. Sho gets Kyoko against the wall and demands that she says that she doesn't care about Ren Suruga at all. Kyoko is late to work as Bo because of Sho, and it turns out that she did declare that she didn't care about Mr. Suruga to Sho. In chapter 192, Yashiro watches as Ren and Sho apparently faced off in the parking lot. Kyoko left a message to Mr. Suruga explaining the situation with Sho, but Mr. Suruga hasn't answered. Yashiro tells Ren that he had dark and gloomy eyes when they first met, and that he has those same eyes now. Yashiro asks if he can play the other role in his state, and Ren says he will because he's an actor. Sho apparently told Ren that she'd never be stupid enough to fall for him. We're then also shown that Kyoko changes into Setsu, and Ren forces himself to be her big brother Kane Heel. In chapter 193, we're shown that Kyoko actually spoke very highly of Ren to Sho, and she explains why she wants to be an actress. Sho asks her how she's going to pay for it if she can't make it as an actress, and Kyoko tells him that she'll work as a waitress at his family's restaurant forever. We're shown that Ren told Sho that he has no intention of going along with Sho's foolishness and diversions. Then he tells Sho to leave, very angrily, by the way. Sho is convinced that Ren Suruga will devour Kyoko one day. This is now he's thinking this in his hotel in his apartment or hotel room. Uh, in the other hotel room, Setsu comes into the hotel. So we're shown Setsu, and then she comes into to the hotel room where Kane is, and Kane Heel is sitting on a chair. Her cell phone rings, and there's no caller ID, but she knows it's Sho. Kane Heel grabs the phone from her hand, hangs up the phone, and throws it aside. And chapter 194, Sho seemingly worries about Kyoko, and Shoko figures that something happened between the two of them. Kane Heel asks if that call was from Fuwa, or Sho Fuwa, and deduces that it had to be him. He then throws Setsu onto the bed and holds her down. He asks if she's still in contact with Fuwa. Kyoko, in an internal monologue, asks who this person is, as it's not Ren Suruga or Kane Heel. Then this person looks to be trying to remove Setsu's clothes, and the volume ends with her somehow rolling him over and getting on top of him and looking really happy about it. So, uh, some thoughts on this. Kyoko and Sho, man. Okay, like, if I wanted this thing about Ren Suruga, Sho Fuwa. I mean, I don't know how it's conceivable that Kyoko can ever get together with Sho, if that's where this manga is headed, because um, the guy forces this girl that totally loves him, but he doesn't love back, to handcuff the girl that he seemingly likes in exchange for this big dirty kiss. Sho is not a good guy, okay? Like, he can show sometimes to be a good guy, but other times he's a pretty bad guy. He manipulates Kyoko, he insults her. Um, there are some times, pins her up against the wall. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie. I understand it's manga. You're gonna get into like these crazy situations. Part of me, like if I'm thinking about this in real life, like I'm always kind of thinking, it's like, man, Kyoko, just tell him to f off. Like seriously, you know, like part of me wishes that she could just say that. Like, you know what, like seriously, just tell him that because oh tell because he's all demanding. Oh please, you gotta declare that you don't love Rensuga. It's like, how's that any of your business, bro? You have to. How are you gonna pay for it if you're not gonna be a successful actress? Like, how are you gonna pay for it if you weren't gonna get successful, man? you know. And Kyoko, oh Kyoko, it's like stop falling for this guy's like stuff, She just gets so easily fooled and then makes these dumb declarations of like, oh, I'm gonna be a waitress in your family's restaurant forever. It's like, you you idiot! Just tell him to go away. Do what Ren did, because like I kind of wish she did, where she's just super angry, because Ren just like, dude, I'm not playing your games or your diversions. Leave. I mean, that was it. And it really was like, if Sho did anything else to provoke Ren, he was gonna get a face full of Ren's fist or something. It really seemed like that, and I was like, I want Kyoko to do that sometimes. Sometimes I understand it's manga, it's a part of the story and whatnot, but like it's also in her character to just be easily bamboozled by these guys. But like Sho has an extremely unhealthy relationship with Kyoko. like it's not healthy, and it does negatively affect her life. She was late to work Um, the producer already doesn't like Kyoko, and it's like, dude, it's like the producer at TBM that does that show doesn't like Kyoko, and it's like, it's like this guy's making her late. He's putting her in uncomfortable positions. Um, False imprisonment. Some of this stuff, it's borderline illegal. Like it's downright criminal. And these guys are not great. Like I said, Skip Beat just it, it's it's a manga of like terrible people, and like you kind of just saw the worst in everyone here in this volume. And it's like Kyoko included. In the sense that like like she just the fact she gets fooled the way she does, she stands up for herself in like the worst ways, and when it's just kind of like she's got to do what Ren did, and then she went this opposite direction, like, and that's the thing. I mean, like I said, just terrible. Just how he treats women. He treats Kyoko terribly. He treats Mimori terribly. But Mimori isn't an angel. I mean, she's someone that gets easily manipulated, but she's not an angel herself. She's not guiltless here. And then Ren obviously has some issues himself. Yashiro mentioned something with his first meeting with Ren and his eyes. It's a very curious statement. Shiro's always been someone that's very neutral to everything that's going on, and he's really not he a lot of times seems like the last guy to know what's going on, and it's kind of sad, Um, Obviously, I mean, he knows about Kane Hill and Satsu, but like this deeper thing that's going on. Um, I don't know if he actually understands the gravity of the situation sometimes, how severe it is sometimes. He knows it's happening. I don't know if he understands the severity. Um, Setsu and is in this bad situation right now, and she managed to turn it into a good situation. Now, here's the thing, and maybe it's just something with how this works. When she is in her different mindset, she can fight against these people. But when she's like Kyoko, she has a very hard time fighting against these people. So, case in point, Setsu and not Ren, not Kane Heel, Kwan. It's Setsu and Kwan, I suppose. And once again, this is the worst of Kawan that we'll see him. The guy just seemingly tried to rape her. I mean, I don't know how else to say it. It looks like he's going to take off her clothes. Um, so, we're seeing some pretty bad guys. Ren is kind of showing multiple personality disorder at this point. Um, because he's sometimes not Ren. And in this case, he's not Kane Heel either. So, who is this guy? I mean, and even Kyoko slash Setsu had to ask, who is this guy? I don't know who this guy is. So, yeah, Ren's got some issues. I mean, Setsu, though, she did something that she couldn't do with against Sho. Setsu managed to fight her way out of this situation and just get on top. Kyoko can't seem to do that against these guys, against Sho. Setsu can. So it's been really interesting because she seemed pretty happy about it. So I don't know if they're gonna get they're in a bed. I don't know if it's gonna where it's gonna go exactly. Is Ren okay? or the guy that is supposed to be Ren okay? I don't know. We'll see what happens. So that's all for today. If you like this, don't forget to subscribe, share, and comment to this channel. Thank you for listening to this manga review. Next time, I'll have a manga review for Skip Beat Volumes 33 and 34, an anime review for the Hunter exam arc for Hunter by Hunter, and a journal for my time at the Los Angeles Comic Con. Thank you, and until next time.